U.S. pharmaceutical firm Merck is seeking emergency use authorization from relevant authorities for its antiviral COVID-19 pill. Now, for more on this latest development on the pandemic front, I have Shin Ye-eun here in the studio with me. Ye-eun, welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Right, Ye-eun, let's start with this oral drug to treat COVID-19 now.
Right, so drug makers around the world have been racing to develop COVID-19 pills and as a complement to vaccinations, as the world looks for a way to coexist with the coronavirus. Leading the pack is an antiviral pill by U.S. drug maker Merck, marketed under the name Molnupiravir. On Monday, Merck asked U.S. drug regulators to authorize its pill for treating patients with mild to moderate COVID-19 infections.
Right, now, yeah, and I hear the cost of this new oral medication is fueling much debate.
Right, as with any drug, this drug does have a share of its own advantages and disadvantages. And the biggest edge is that you can now treat COVID-19 much more conveniently at home. All you need to do is take the pill, and interim analysis has shown that the pill lowers the rate of hospitalizations and deaths by 50%. This means no more expensive visits to the hospital just because you have the early symptoms of COVID-19. And it's also been proven to be effective against the highly contagious Delta variant. But we also do have to think about the drawbacks. Those include the cost, which is around $700 per person for the full treatment, although according to an insider at Merck, the final price could still change. Also, you have to take 4 capsules twice a day over the course of 5 days. So over the course of the treatment, you'd be taking a total of 40 pills. Also, health experts say that while it could be a game changer, it's not a complete substitute for COVID-19 vaccines. Take a listen to what a health expert from Texas had to say on Merck's latest treatment.
And so there's a lot of attractive features about it, just like there is for Tamiflu for influenza, which is another way to think about this. It does reduce the severity of illness, but doesn't prevent it entirely. And whether or not you wind up taking this medicine for whatever reason, you should still get vaccinated because that's the best way to prevent you from getting sick.
And not to mention, Merck has just applied for emergency use authorization in the United States. They pledged to produce enough pills for 10 million patients by the end of this year, of which 1.7 million people's worth would first be distributed in the United States. The Korean government had previously said it's holding discussions with Merck for a purchase deal, but no firm agreement has been signed up as of yet.
I see. And staying on the local front here, Korea's booster shot campaign, as our colleague So mentioned earlier, has kicked off on this Tuesday. Do tell us a bit more about that.
Sure. So medical workers will be the first in line to get their third booster doses today. And that's some 45,000 frontline medical staff who've been assigned to the care of COVID-19 patients. Most of them received their second dose of the Pfizer vaccine back in March or April. So their booster shots will be a Pfizer jab, which they can get at the medical center they work in. Next up will be seniors aged 75 or older, and those who work at nursing homes are also eligible. And this aligns with the WHO's recent recommendation that people with weak or compromised immune systems should be given a booster shot.